Front Stoop, what's popping? It's your boy, ladies and gentlemen. I know it's been a minute, but we back, we here, and we doing this little midday drive thing, man. We'll be on for about 45 minutes to an hour, just talking about whatever we talk about. Tony Crow, what's popping with you, brother? How you feeling?
What's good, Sim? Glad to be back. It's been a while.
It's
Yo,
been a
Black,
while,
it's
man.
time.
It's been a while, and it keeps fluctuating. I keep saying, yo, I got to get on this thing and really hit it, but so much stuff be happening. It's tough, but it is what it is. We here now. I'm gonna try this midday thing, see if it works out for me a little bit better. You know what I'm saying? Because I mean, I got a million things. Obviously, stuff with nothing but Knicks, and then basketball practice, and you know, I got my other clients that I gotta make sure I'm getting that work done. Then I was in Jamaica. You know what I mean? Jamaica was dope. Jamaica was dope. As a matter of fact, I even Tony, I started looking at real estate in Jamaica, bro.
All right.
I started looking at real estate. I don't know if I'm actually going to buy anything, but I started looking. I mean, because here's the crazy thing is like, I was on my way to the resort, and on the way to the resort, we're going through little towns and this and that, and they got some dope stuff there. But it was like it'd be a super dope house right here, and then right next to it, it'd be a row of all broken down houses and all kinds of stuff like that. That was at least in that I was in St. James. We had to ride through St. James and a couple other little towns. It was like that. So I don't know, but it's something I'm thinking about because the exchange from U.S. dollars to Jamaican dollars is crazy. So it's something I'm definitely thinking about. But what's been popping with you lately, man?
Life, hip hop, life,
Yeah.
society.
You know,
Um, so this the perfect opportunity to just chop it up. Talk about everything that's been going on in the world and hip hop and
yeah,
life,
yeah.
society.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
here to just talk about whatever, man. So, if you guys are sitting at your desk or whatever doing your work, you know, be cool, join in, make a comment if you can. If not, just listen in as we talk about things going on. I want to talk about, eh, I don't know, I was just looking at some stuff today, and Snoop Dogg is dropping a new album called Algorithm. And I think it's supposed to drop Friday.
Oh well.
Yeah, I think it's supposed to drop Friday. And he's got like mad people on the album, bro. Mad people on. He dropped the track list yesterday. He's got mad people on the album. So I'm gonna read off the track list and then tell me what you think about it. Again, this album comes out on Friday. The Algorithm expected Friday, November the 19th. So it's got an intro. It's just Snoop, and then there's another joint with Redman and Method Man. Right? It's called All Right, feature Nefertiti Avani. And then there's a joint called is Snoop Dogg No Bammer Weed. Then there's another joint called New Oldie. It's Eric Bellinger, Snoop Dogg, and Usher. And then there's Make Some Money featuring Snoop Dogg is Fabulous and Dave East. There's a joint called Anxiety. It's Malaya. So I don't know if this is a Snoop Dogg album or if it's a compilation album. For real. I
I
don't know.
mean, that sounds. It sounds like it's gonna from the track list and the features. It sounds like it's gonna be definitely worth checking out. Um, I could definitely see some hits on it just off of the track list and some of the features.
Yeah. I mean, it's mad, like so none of the songs are really just Snoop songs, it seems like. There's a joint out here with Snoop, Benny the Butcher, Jadakiss, and Busta Rhymes called Murder Music. That's gonna be crazy. That one's gonna be crazy. So I mean, it's a lot of artists on here. Um, Listen, Snoop Dogg right now is a creative consultant for Def Jam. All right. So that could explain the album, maybe. And I don't know. What do you think, man? It's got 25 tracks on the album.
25
25
tracks.
tracks. 25 tracks on the album, man. What's your thoughts about it?
So
I don't know.
so you know the album's gonna be at least an hour and 20 minutes
Yeah, yeah,
at
yeah,
least.
it's gonna be like an hour and 20 minutes long, something like that.
Um, oh, I mean, I'm looking forward to it. I'm not the biggest Snoop fan, but when he got one, he got one. You,
Hmm.
you know what I mean? And I think the trend of the older artists coming out as of recently, they've all been on par and better than I think people expected. Um, are there any songs with any of the younger newer artists? I know you said like Davies, he's new, but he's not necessarily. Well, I mean, I guess he's young. Um, but anything that you think would gravitate the younger generation to Snoop.
I don't know. I don't know. He got a. I don't know because a lot of the joints don't have Snoop on it. It seems like. It seems like a lot of the joints don't even have Snoop on it. So that's what I'm saying. I don't know if it's a compilation album or what it is. I don't
And
see anybody new that's going to make the newer artists gravitate towards Snoop now.
when you say he's not on it, what it
I mean,
like it the songs he's on it says featuring Snoop?
he's on it, right? He's on it. The intro is Snoop. Track number 3 is Snoop, No Bam or Weed. And
Mm,
then track number 4 is Eric Bellinger, Snoop Dogg, and Usher. And then track number 5 is Fabulous and Dave East, Make Some Money featuring Snoop Dogg.
mm.
Right. Track number 6 is Malaya, Anxiety. That's the name of the song is Anxiety. Malaya. Track number 7 is Like My Weed, Jane Hancock. Right. Track number 8 is Applying Pressure, YK Osiris featuring Snoop Dogg.
So maybe what he's
I don't know.
doing, maybe he's actually creating a playlist album because the trend right now is the playlist. You said he just got that job at Def Jam. I wonder how many of these artists are Def Jam artists. So it may be something to get these guys in the rotation. Get
Could
the
be.
Def Jam artists in the
It's the joint
rotation.
Mount Westmore, Snoop Dogg, Ice Cube, E40, and Too Short. Well, no, that's the group. That's the group. Mount Westmore is the group, and then the name of the song is Big Subwoofer. So I'm interested to see what this is about. It's gonna be something different, I guess. You know what I
Have
mean?
have there been talks about a Mount Westmore album?
Didn't they come out with one, or they were going to come out with one?
Wow, I don't remember that. Is that something we discussed on here?
I don't know if it's something I don't remember if we discussed it, but I thought that they were planning to come out with something.
Oh wow,
They were
I'm
planning
about
to come out with a joint. I
I'm
don't
about to
know
look
if it
that up.
happened or not. They were planning to coming out with an album. Um,
I can't imagine that it did, and it's something that I don't remember or never heard, and or you know what I mean, or slipped my mind. So maybe it was in talks or whatever. You know what I mean, like you're saying they planned on it, and that I didn't get wind of. But I can't
okay,
imagine
so,
that.
so here we go. I got an update right now.
Okay.
Ice Cube gave this update on Mount Westmore's album release. He said, "We're getting our ducks in a row." That was my. We're getting our ducks in a row. There you go. You know what I mean? So nah, they haven't dropped
In
the
the
album yet.
works.
It's in the works. It's in the works.
Well, that's definitely something I'm looking forward to. And maybe, just maybe, that will inspire some type of friendly East Coast rival version of that.
Yeah. Mount Eastmore. I mean, oh, okay. So who you putting out Mount Eastmore? I mean, Nas. You know me
Abs-
already. Nas is going out Mount Eastmore.
you gotta throw
Okay,
Jay there.
gotta throw Jay-Z up there. Who else you putting up there?
What is
I
it?
mean, I
Four
mean,
of them or five of them over there?
4 of them. It's 4 of them. They got 4 of 'em.
Ooh, and obviously it gotta be someone alive. So,
Right. Right,
ooh,
because if it wasn't if they Tupac would be on Mount Westmore if it wasn't you see what I'm saying? So it would have to be
Nas J.
Nas, Jay, Buster. I think I'm throwing Buster up there.
Okay, yeah, yep,
I'm throwing Buster up there.
yep. And now, do you go older school than Buster? Do you throw a wrench in there and give LL some love?
You can give LL some love. You can go Jada.
I mean,
You might have to throw LL up
you
there.
have to throw
You might have to
LL,
throw
right?
LL up there. He hasn't had any music lately, but you might have to throw LL up there.
You got
Just
to.
you know what I'm saying? Just cause you might have to throw LL up there.
I like that. I like that.
Yeah, that'd be dope. That would be dope. That would be dope. That'd be dope.
Yeah.
Um, speaking of Buster, speaking of LL, and big shout out to Gary Richards. He said, "This is Snoop Dogg telling New York to bar up." I mean, we'll see. What I'm interested to see this. The album comes out Friday. I'm interested to see what it's about. Definitely interested in hearing that murder music with Benny the Butcher, Jada Kiss, Busta Rhymes. That's going to be dope. As we know, Benny the Butcher just signed a Def Jam, right? So Snoop is now an executive at Def Jam, what is creative consultant executive or whatever his title is. They signed Benny the Butcher. In my opinion, Def Jam hasn't been the same for a long time. I feel like it's been kind of soft for a long time. Is Benny the Butcher? What are your expectations with Benny with him on Def Jam now?
I don't. I've liked everything he's dropped. As of the past couple of years. So I don't think I can't even imagine where he's gonna take. Like, not to take anything away from Def Jam. I don't know what they could do for him. It may just be a nostalgia thing of what Def Jam used to be. Like, I think he might be able to do more for Def Jam than Def Jam for him, if
Mm,
that makes sense.
that
And
might be true.
but him signing there may be a nostalgia thing of, always wanting to sign with Def Jam. Um, Gives me a quick thought about the Wu Tang series.
I just thought about that. I was
Okay,
just
so
thinking
you
about
are
it.
current, but you see how ODB felt,
Right.
always wanting to sign Def Jam. Like, that's a real thing. You know what I mean? So it could be something of that nature where, he always wanted to sign with Def Jam, and he had the opportunity. And as long as they're giving him what he wants in the deal, which, all these guys are business savvy. Yeah, I think it benefits Def Jam more so than him.
Than him. Yeah. And as a matter of fact, the joint murder music, the video is out now, actually.
Okay.
So yeah, I haven't heard it yet. I'm gonna make sure I go check that out. I think you might be right about that. He does more for Def Jam than maybe Def Jam does for him. He's already popular. Maybe there. I don't know. I hope his sound doesn't change. You know, uh, but I think he helps to bring the some of that authenticity back to Def Jam because I don't know, Def Jam just kind of been corny for a little while, in my opinion. That's in my opinion. Some people
But
might disagree with me, but
you,
uh,
you
you
know
know,
you know what it
keep
is
saying,
too,
bro.
Sim. I mean, you know, it's not just Def Jam, right? You know what I mean? Like, Def Jam was a staple of East Coast hip hop, right?
Right.
You know what I mean? As was a Bad Boy. as was a Murder Inc., as was a Rough Riders. All these guys are gone. You know what I mean? Like to an extent, like nothing, and that just goes to show like New York hip hop. You know, when it kind of faded and lost its its power to the South or whatever. It, you know what I mean? It's all across the board. You know what I mean? So like just to give some perspective on it, like it's not just Def Jam. It's really the fact that New York hip hop has kind of fallen. Um, but I agree. Hopefully, this starts a wave of bringing some of these potentially big artists back to Def Jam, and I like to see it all across the board. Rough Riders, Murder Inc.
Or
return.
yeah, yeah,
That'd be
or
cool.
just bringing some of the authenticity back to it, I guess. I don't know. It just feels different. When you look at their list of artists, 2 Chains, they got 2 Chains on there. I'm gonna name off just maybe some older artists that they got up there. They got X, right? We don't know if there's gonna be any new music from DMX coming out. You got Fabulous, Dave East is on there. They got Jeezy, Jada Kiss, Kanye West. I didn't realize Kanye West was still signed to Def Jam. LL is up there. Nas is there. Let me see, Pusha T, Rhapsody. So I guess they still. I guess it just don't feel the same. Maybe it's just me and it don't feel the same. I mean, but before, like Def Jam was the epitome of hip hop artists. It's a little bit different now. We'll see.
I wonder if all those deals are actually distribution deals as well.
Yeah.
Like, because I want to say like at least half the artists you name have their own
Right.
label.
Have
You know
their
what I mean,
own
or
music.
imprint.
Right, or imprint. So, a lot of times it could be them, just still having the deal just isn't done. You know what I'm saying? And the artist could be dropping music on their own independent label, or it could be a partnership or whatever it is, like with Nas, you know, um, and Mass Appeal.
Hmm.
There still might be a partnership with Def Jam. Then there's some younger artists on there. There's a lot of artists on here that I guess I wouldn't expect to be on Def Jam, but hey, everybody's got to try to stay up with the time, so I get it. I get it. I'm but hopefully Benny the Butcher, is going to be a nice marriage, and we're going to get some dope music, and doesn't fade his authenticity, and maybe he brings up the authenticity of Def Jam a little bit more, at least as far as I'm concerned.
Nah, I
We'll see
agree.
what's up.
I
We'll see
agree.
what's up, man. Have you been watching? We would talk about the Wu-Tang series that ended. I think it did get picked up for season 3, right? Or what season was that? That was
That
just
was two. That was two.
was 2. That was 2. So I think it did get um picked up for season 3. Have you been watching BMF?
I have, but I'm not current. So I'm I want to say I have 2 episodes. I definitely didn't watch the one from yesterday, but I think I have last week's as well to watch.
Yeah.
Um, so I hadn't watched it prior to that. So what's it up to, like 7 or 8?
I don't even know. I mean, I've watched them all, but I don't know if it's up to 7 or 8 or whatever it is.
Well,
I don't
I
even
want
know.
to say it's up to 8 right now, because I think I watched 6 episodes straight, and I loved it. And then I'm like, yeah, I can't do this week to week thing. So I probably watch the next 2, and then wait until it ends and then catch the rest of it. So I'll be caught up, probably after tonight on
Okay,
on
okay.
on on
So
the,
you
on
so
the
you're not
current two
caught up.
episodes. No,
Chinky
not
Eye
yet,
said 8.
not yet.
Chinky Eye said 8 is the next one. So you're
8 is
not
the
caught
next
up. All
one.
right. So I don't want to ruin it for you, but
But I could tell, like right where I ended, I'm like, man, it's about to get. You know what I mean? It's about to get good. So yeah,
All I gotta say is Lamar is a wild dude. Lamar is a wild dude, man. You know what I'm saying? He's a wild dude. All right, so we'll skip over that. We'll get into BMF. We can get into BMF later.
well, they saying the next one's the final episode. So we could recap the whole
We got
joint
the whole thing.
right after. You know what I mean? Right after next week's.
Yeah. We can do that. Lamar's a wild dude, man. He's just a wild dude. What about? Did you watch? What's that movie? Damn.
They all fall down.
They all no, not they all fall
Oh, the
down.
hard the
Harder
harder
they
they
fall.
fall.
The
Yes,
harder
I
they
did.
fall.
Yes, I did. Yes, I did.
What you think about it? What you
I
think
lo-
about
I loved it. I loved it. I'm already a fan of modern westerns anyway.
it?
Um, so anytime you could give me a western, which I like, but with my people,
Right.
um, I'm a love it. I think the acting was phenomenal all across
Mhm.
the board.
Mhm.
I think it had a little bit of everything in it. It had some comedy. It was, the story was phenomenal, phenomenally written. Um, and yeah, I loved it all across the board. That was our guy from Love Country, right?
Yeah, dude from Lovecraft.
Love.
Yeah. Yep, he did a good job too. He did a
Mm-hmm.
real good job. Obviously, Idris Elba was gonna do a good job. You know, I love the soundtrack. I thought it was perfect,
Mm,
and it may seem to some people a little bit weird that they have, reggae mixing in with the whole cowboy scene, but it's not. If you go back and you listen to Bob Marley's Buffalo Soldier,
mm.
it makes sense to me. You know what I'm saying? And from the the first song that was played, I don't remember what it was, but obviously it was a reggae joint. And I was like, yo, they might do the entire soundtrack might be reggae. You know what I mean? And lo and behold, it was, but it fit perfectly. It was dope.
So
I mean, I
so
thought it was dope.
to your credit right now, because I listened to the soundtrack and I didn't enjoy it, right?
Mhm.
Including the Jay-Z track. But in the movie, the sound I think was perfect. I think what I mean. So as you're watching the movie and hearing the music together, I think it was sequenced perfectly. And it was funny because when I was watching the movie, I was like, I got to go back and listen to the soundtrack again now to see if I actually enjoy it more. You know what I mean? Because like you said, I think in the movie, the song placement and I think it was perfect.
It was perfect. I thought it was perfect too. Now, see, I didn't go back and check out the entire soundtrack. So the entire soundtrack is not all reggae.
No, no, there's some current new new music on there. Um, but yeah, I gotta like I said, I gotta go back and listen to it and give it a second go. Because I didn't enjoy it. I don't even think I got through it, honestly. And it made me question, like, what is this movie? That I didn't even know what the movie was about when I listened to the soundtrack. It was just
Ah,
it was
okay,
just new. It was just a new album because
okay,
I try to stay current, and give everything at least a one listen.
right.
So so I didn't know what the movie was, and I'm like, man, what? Like, I'm not gonna check this movie out. Then I end up randomly checking the movie out, not correlating it to the soundtrack, and I had the
Yeah.
same thought as you as I was watching. Like, yo,
Okay. Wow. So the track with Jay-Z, Jada Kiss, and Conway, I mean, I haven't heard it at all, but it's not. I mean, how could that fail? God
I
damn.
did, yeah, I didn't like it
Wow.
when I first heard it. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? The day of the release. And I didn't go back to it either, but when it played in the movie, and that's another thing I was wondering if it's the same exact sound. You know what I mean? Because they may have changed it different for when it played in the movie, because there was something about the beat that felt off when I heard it independent
Mhm.
from the movie.
Mhm.
So I don't know if they made any changes in that aspect either.
Yeah. Alright. Yo, I mean, but it was a dope movie, and yeah, the music placement was dope. Storyline was dope. The twist at the end was dope. You know what I mean? And I don't want to ruin it for someone who
Yeah.
hasn't
Yep.
seen it and say what the twist is, but just go check it out. You know what I'm
and
saying? Go check it out.
and maybe we'll give you a week, and we'll just end up doing a review on it then.
Yeah, at some point, right? Exactly. At some point, we're just gonna ruin it for you. You know what I mean? At some point, we're gonna ruin it. So if you haven't seen it, go check it out. We'll ruin it for you later. How about that? We'll do that later. For those that are
Absolutely.
just jumping in because they seen Snoop Dogg and Benny the Butcher on the cover, basically Snoop Dogg got an album coming out on Friday, called The Algorithm. You probably know by now, or maybe you don't, but Snoop Dogg is a creative consultant, executive at Def Jam. You know what I mean? So we'll see if Snoop Dogg is going to help, in my opinion, raise the stature of Def Jam to what it once was. But he's got a 25-track album coming out this Friday called The Algorithm. It's Snoop Dogg is on the intro. You got Redman and Method Man on a joint called All Right. Snoop Dogg has a song called No Bama Weed. He got a song called New Oldie featuring Snoop Dogg, Usher, and Eric Bellinger. Song called Make Some Money featuring Snoop Dogg, Fabulous, and Dave East. Obviously, Dave East and Fabulous are both on Def Jam. Song called Anxiety by Malaya. Like My Weed by Jane Hancock. Applying Pressure featuring YK Osiris featuring Snoop. You got Go to War. It's Blast. Remember that dude that was on Nas's King's Disease album
Hmm.
featuring Snoop Dogg. He might be on Def Jam too. You got I Want You, October London. Uh, GYU featuring Ty Dolla Sign, Bino Rideau, August '08. Not sure what that is. Track number 12, Inspiration by Malaya. Track number 13, Big Subwoofer featuring Mount Westmore. Mount Westmore, Snoop Dogg, Ice Cube, E40, and Too Short. And then you got Murder Music. The track is out now, featuring Snoop Dogg, Benny the Butcher, Jada Kiss, and Busta Rhymes. You got Been Through, featuring Hydian. Then you got Qualified, featuring Larry June in October, London, and Snoop Dogg. You got Everybody Dies by Chalk. By and by Jane Hancock. Diamond Life, featuring Mary J. Blige. That's Snoop Dogg and Cassidy.
Hmm.
Got Whatever You're On, Whatever You On, featuring Jane Hancock. Make It Last, featuring Nefertiti Avani. Then you got a song with Snoop Dogg, featuring Battle Loco and Cocaine, No Smut on My Name. Then another joint with Snoop Dogg, featuring Prozac. Song is called Get My Money. I never heard of the guy. Then you got Steady B featuring D Smoke and Wiz, Khalifa, Camino, and then the outro is Snoop. That's track number 25. So
Yeah, I think it is a Def Jam playlist. I think
yeah,
I
yeah.
think that
So it's going to be a lot of different sounds on this album. Let's put it like that.
and
There'll be
think
a lot
about
of different
think
sounds.
about the name algorithm
Algorithm,
and
yeah,
the medium. So it's
yep,
it's it's really them trying to trick the system and into a Def Jam compilation, and seeing how many top 100 songs they could have. You know what I
yeah,
mean?
Yeah, interesting. We'll see how it goes, man. We'll see how this album goes. Comes out Friday. I'm definitely gonna check it out. I don't know if we're gonna do an entire review on a joint because it's 25 albums, but I mean 25 joints. But we'll jump in and talk about it a little bit.
Maybe find out
You
top
know?
10.
Yeah, yeah. Find the top 10 joints on it. Yeah, Diamond, Onyx. Peace. What's up with you, my brother? You know what? I think I'm gonna do this right now, Tony. We were just talking about it. For anybody that follows NBK, we have a little bit of a blueprint on the way we're doing things over there, where we're having people come in and do content on NBK, right? People, good people. We got the Queen, Steph, got Uncle Fulio, Tony's gonna be doing some content. We got some other people coming in. We're gonna do the same thing with the front stoop. So if you're interested in doing some kind of hip hop content in the front stoop, you can email me, right? And we can talk about it and figure something out. If what you do is dope, shoot me an email. We'll talk about how we can get that done. You know what I mean? But there it is, ladies and gentlemen. Snoop Dogg and of course Benny the Butcher is now signed to Def Jam. You know, um, looking forward to some good stuff in hip hop music. You know what? There's one more thing I did want to talk about, Tony, before we rock up out of here. We were talking about LL. We were talking about how Snoop and Ice Cube and them got Mount Westmore. We were talking about who would be on Mount Eastmore. We mentioned Busta and LL. I want to see Busta and LL do a versus. I think that's who should be. If it's going to be, LL is going to go up against somebody, I think he should go up against Buster. I think that Buster can. I think Buster got enough tracks to rock with LL. What you think?
I agree. Um, the only reason I don't like the matchup is the demographic. Like, I think I think we should find LL a somebody with a more equal. It's gonna be hard, but a more equal demographic of fans. Um, Now, granted, there's some intersections for sure. You know what I mean? But I mean, and I would enjoy this show for sure. You
You
know what I
don't
mean?
think they
Like,
have the same demographic?
I
I think
think
they might. I
I
think they
think
might have the same demographic.
I think LL has more of a female fan base,
That's true.
a larger female fan base
That's true.
than Buster. You know what I mean? Now, so LL he could jump into that realm without the female fan base. You know what I mean? But I don't know how much Buster can jump into that role. You know what I mean?
I think he
So
can though. I mean, because he got
he got
he
the
got joints with Mariah. He got
Janet.
joints with Janet.
It,
And then just some of the party tracks, ladies like him. You know what I'm saying? Like, he don't have the doing it, and love you better and those type of tracks.
round the way, girl. You know what I
He
mean?
he don't have that. He
Like,
don't have those. He don't have those. You know what I'm saying? But I think he has a few enough because LL, he's not gonna play only those tracks. He
no,
wouldn't do only
I
four,
agree, but
right? So
I think
he
at
was
some
3 or 4 of them joints, and I think Buster would be able to. He ain't gonna beat. Those songs are like classic, super duper classic. So it's gonna be hard to beat him, but he can at least. Okay, I got something that can rock with it though.
listen, I'm not even saying Buster will lose. You know what I mean? I'm just saying at some point the advantage is gonna be swayed one way or the other based. I mean, you know what I mean, based off the fan base. You know what I mean? I'm not saying Buster will lose. Buster may win, and the reason may be because of LL's. You know what I mean? Record. I don't want to say selection because that's always the case. You
Mhm.
know what I mean? But because of the demographic of the record, um, but so I'm not picking a winner in it
Right, right, right,
one
right.
way or the other because I think I would enjoy it one way or another, love records or non-love records. You know what I mean? Like I like um both of those artists that much, and I know how good they are skill wise. So
Yeah,
what I mean. I wouldn't be mad at it. You know what I mean? So,
yeah. I had.
but both those guys, it's tough to find an opponent. You
Yeah,
know what I mean? So
and see, and that's the thing. It's tough to find an opponent for both of those guys, but I think they're both entertainers, right? And they both got enough hits that like they can give us a really good show. If they decided that they was gonna freestyle, either one of them could freestyle and kill it. And I mean, I think it would be an amazing versus battle. I really do. I think it would be crazy. Both of them have I don't want to say worldwide. Well, LL probably does, but at least national appeal. You know what I mean? Like with the tracks that they have, people know them nationally. I think it could work. I really do. I think it could work. You know,
yeah, I mean,
I think it could work.
I think the show would be phenomenal. And you talk about performances, like that's an aspect where I think Buster. I don't know if anybody is gonna be able to match uh his performance. Like I think he's an all time great performer. You know
Yeah,
what I mean? Like I don't know if there's five people that put on a better performance than he does.
right.
You know what I mean? And I could probably step outside of just hip hop, and like he's definitely number one in hip hop. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
But I think he's top five just in general.
yeah. Now I've been to an LL concert, and he's a good performer too. You know what I'm saying? I think it would be an amazing show. Like, me and Tony were both at that Big Daddy Kane and KRS-One versus battle, and that was an amazing show. And it wasn't just them on stage. They brought a lot of people out, break dancers and all of that. It was an amazing show. I think you would get the same thing with Busta and LL. You know what I mean? And I think it would be major. And the art, the conversations surrounding who would win that battle. I mean, it would be crazy. I think, what I'm saying, because you're gonna have to me, Busta Rhymes is the most versatile artist in hip hop. Without to me, I think it's hands down. I don't think there's another artist that's as versatile as Busta. I mean, he can go. I mean, any kind of flow you want to do, any rapper that you want to put him up against, as far as rapping style, he can do that style. You know what I mean? That's just Busta. And then LL is just, I mean, he made Def Jam what it is. You know what I mean? And he maybe one of the first rappers that was able to take hip hop into the whole R&B realm. I mean, that would be something. I would love to see it. I would love to see it.
And didn't do it extensively throughout his career. You know what I mean? He did it here and there, and had longevity. Like you know what I
Yeah,
mean? One of the craziest runs of, like when people talk about a Hove run, or today a Drake run. You know what I mean? LL did that, tenfold.
yeah.
In, in,
I
in
think I'm gonna do a whole video on it. Maybe Wednesday we can do a whole thing. We can break it down, LL versus Buster, and just talk about it song for song, see what we got. We'll take some phone calls and stuff too.
That's what's up.
You know what I mean? Yeah, because I think that'd be a good one right there. But hey, ladies and gentlemen, again, if you want to be a content creator on the front stoop, email me, buildknowledge07@gmail.com. I'll get back to you. We'll check it out, see how good see how good you are, see what kind of talent you got, and all of that. You know what I'm saying? Um, but hey, thank you guys for checking this out, man. We're gonna, we're looking at doing this. If it's not gonna be every single day at 1 o'clock, most days, because on some days I can't do it because I have other meetings. But we're gonna try to get you through that midday after lunch lull that you have at work while you're sitting at your desk and you're like, oh man, I'm thinking about I want to go home. Lunch just got to you. Now you're a little bit sleepy and all of that. We're gonna try to get you through that portion of the day, ladies and gentlemen. But I'm heading up out of here. Got to get ready to do my little NBK game preview. The Knicks play the Pacers tonight
Pacers
on a critical. They got a critical 3-game stretch coming up, man, where they need to get some wins. They need to win these 3 coming up, man. They play the Pacers, they play Orlando, and they play Houston. We need to get these 3 because then the next few games are tough. They play
hmm
Chicago, they play Brooklyn, they play Golden State, they play the Lakers. You know what I'm saying? I think they play the Hawks during that stretch, so it's no joke.
for
Yeah,
sure.
Tony, I'm gonna get up out of here, man. Any last words you want to say?
Nah, just I'm happy to be back, man. Salute to you, Sim. Shout out to the chat. Your blackest time, and yeah, Nixon Bruce is. I'll be back tonight too.
Yeah, no doubt. 5:15, right?
That's right, 5:15.
5:15, ladies and gentlemen. We out of here. We appreciate your time. Be peaceful and yeah, get through that days. Check me out at 3:30 on NBK when we talk about this game preview, ladies and gentlemen. I'm out. Peace.